I hope you're well today. I hope you had an amazing week, and I hope today you're catching this is Saturday. I'm talking about the best day of the week. This is by far the best day of the week. Yes, it is. Look, I want to welcome you to today's broadcast. My name is Jay Moore. I'm your healthy accountant, where we're going to account for your life. And today we're talking about maids and butlers are the greatest. Maids and butlers are the greatest. I'm going to tell you, these are two of the most looked down upon jobs or industries that's out there. You know, from a young child, you would hear things like, I ain't going to be your maid. You know, your mom may say that to you. I ain't going to be your butler. I ain't putting your stuff away. I ain't going to be coming and giving you everything that you want all the time. And so from a young age, we learned that these industries were not great industries. We learned that we shouldn't go into that job because that job is low level. Maybe I'm out cleaning toilets as a maid. Maybe as a butler, I have to wait on you hand and foot. And anytime you call me, I'm here, master. I'm having to call you master, or maybe every time you dirty up your clothes, or maybe I'm having to wash your clothes for you because I'm a maid. But from a young age, we were told that these jobs were beneath you. Well, now I beg to differ. I beg to tell you that there's some principles in these jobs that if we all were to take a cue from a maid or butler, we would be better husbands, we'd be better fathers, we'd be better mothers, sisters. I'm talking we would be better all around people because maids and butlers are here to serve the person that they work for. That means that anytime that person wants something or even needs something, the maid or the butler is there. They're saying, you know what, your wish is my command. Whatever it is that you want from me, master, I will do it. Think about a slave. I could have said slaves as the title. Think about a slave. Now, it's nothing like a willing slave, meaning, you know the story of Joseph going as deep down in Genesis. If you go to the story of Joseph, you'll find out that Joseph became a slave. Joseph was in prison, but he was the best prisoner. He was the best butler and slave that he could be. He got promotion after promotion. He was put in charge of more things. Wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. How in the world would a slave want to be a slave? Well, you want to be free. You want to be with your family. Yeah, absolutely. But I also want to do my best. I also want my master to know that I will do what it takes. See, because at the end of the day, if you are a slave, what can you do? You're going to fight it? But for years, I think we talked something about African Americans yesterday, but here's the thing, as an African American, we have slave. We were slaves in this country. That's right. We were slaves. We were forced into servitude. We were forced to do these things and no one wanted to do it. What if you had willing slaves? What if people decided that, you know what, it's bad, it's messed up, but we're going to give our best. We're going to do all that we can so that we still build legacies. We build a legacy of servants, of people that are willing to do what it takes, that are willing to do even when they are oppressed. Imagine if I'm talking about a whole race was servants and they were willing servants. What difference would that have made today? What difference? See, in the text, let's see, in the text with Jesus is telling you that he came here to serve. He did not come here to be served. Jesus said in John chapter 13, verses 5 through 9, It says, after that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around him. So he had to take his towel off. He took the towel off of him. So he hardly had any clothes on. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, Lord, are you going to wash my feet? Jesus replied, you do not realize now what I'm doing, but later you will understand. You can just hear how tender Jesus was with him. No, said Peter, you shall never wash my feet. Jesus answered and said, unless I wash you, you have no part with me. Then, Lord, Simon Peter replied, not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well. Jesus came here not to be served, which, think about it, kings are served, but he came here to serve. But what if you turned your life around and I turned my life around into service? See, I was thinking about this because, at the core of every opportunity, and opportunity is another word for problem. I'll let you know what it is. At the core of every opportunity, there's a reason. There's a reason for the opportunity. And so at the core of the opportunity, I've got some opportunities listed on my board here. It's 11 opportunities listed here. And I have to look at these opportunities every day. And, number one is finances. Why is the number one opportunity finances? Because I find that most people, including myself, has a problem or an opportunity with their finances, meaning that's a place where we all must grow and understand service. Why should we understand service with the opportunity of finances? Because the one that serves the most is the one that reaps the most. Jay, what do you mean? Think about it. You got a job. You only work at McDonald's. You're probably looking down at your job and you're saying, man, look, man, I only work at McDonald's. They ain't paying me for $10 an hour. And, it's not that great. But what if you did that job as if it was $1 million job? What do you think would happen to your life? Where when people, if you were on the register and people came in and you were I'm talking about, you had the best smile. You took their order the best way and you made them feel like $1 million. And then when maybe you was on, maybe you had to make the Big Macs and the French fries and you made it so well and you were so willing to pitch in everywhere that the management is saying, man, we got to get this guy into management. And then when you got into management, you galvanized and worked with the team so well, and you encouraged so much, and you showed people, how great it is to serve another. And then the owner is saying to himself, man, we got to get him to manage, the whole region. And then you're managing the whole region, and the stores are thriving because more people are starting to serve, and things are just going great. And next thing you know, you're making enough money of your own. The McDonald's is saying, hey, you can get your own McDonald's. We'll make sure you have your own McDonald's. And then when you got your own McDonald's, you built McDonald's. You built your franchises because you started with one, and then you went to 2. And the next thing you know, you had 10 because you served mankind. See, I have a mission statement for our Next Level program. And Next Level it's a youth program, but it's a program for people. It's a program for people who really want to go to the next level in their life. Now, it starts with a spiritual foundation. Because everything is spiritual. You're spiritual, I'm spiritual. It starts with a spiritual foundation and it moves and it takes you through understanding that we all want to serve humanity. But here's the thing. In order to serve humanity, you got to find out what your gift is. In order to be that maid, that butler, that servant person, that servant leader that you were called to be, You got to find out, where is my giftedness? Where am I the best at? Where is the spot that God designed just for me? No one else has this spot. See, that's the thing. When you realize that there is no competition for you anywhere, I'm telling you, man, your life will change. Here's why your life changed. Because you realize that, see, like in the accounting field, in the the field of law, and in the field of anything, it's competitive. How many millions and millions of accountants are out there? I'm talking millions. I mean, the ones that work for jobs, they got plenty of accounting businesses. I mean, they're everywhere. It's competitive. How in the world would this business, how would we change it, and how would we find our spot? See, that's the thing. God has created a spot for everybody. There's a spot everywhere for everybody. But here's the thing, and it's tricky. Because yesterday we talked about how the gift is hidden. Your gift is I'm talking about hid inside you. You've got to find that spot. You got to find exactly where you should be. That's what you have to do. See, maids and butlers, people that do maiding and butlering well, they were made for it. I'm talking about, they love cleaning. They love serving. It's nothing like having a maid that shouldn't be a maid. I don't want no maid that don't aspire to be a maid, because if you're just a maid because you got a job, then you need to go get a different one. If you're a butler and you don't like bring the glass of water, or you don't like making sure that the food is positioned on the plate properly, if you don't like making sure that your person that you're working for gets his coat on properly, and if you don't like making sure that maybe you even drive the car, that you open the door up for the person that if you don't like that, you're in the wrong field. But see, a maid and a butler, most of them, they were born for it. See, most of them were born to serve. But here's the thing. You were born as well. It's right here in the word. Jesus is showing you that if he can do it, I can do it. Go back to John 13, 5 through 9. Read that through. Understand that back in those days, these guys, I mean, their feet were dirty. See, right now, when we go do communion, our feet's not dirty. I just can't. I mean, you come to church, and I just got out of the shower early that morning. I got nothing on my feet. I just take the socks off. You not take no dirt off. These guys walked around with nothing on their feet. Probably some of them probably didn't even walk around with sandals. But at the least they had on was sandals that was just basically open. I don't know what they were, but they were open. I'm telling you. But they may have walked around with nothing on their feet. So here it is. The feet, dirty. If I came to you, if you saw a homeless man, feet dirty, how you going to feel about washing them feet? That's the kind of feet they had. This is what he did. He washed the feet. He showed you. Serve your fellow man. Serve him well. Love your fellow man as much as you love you. You can't love him more. It's nothing like people trying to love their fellow man more than they love themselves. That's a problem. There's a lot of people that deal with self-esteem issues, and they don't love themselves. And then they try and go out and love others, and what happens is they do it. And at some point it comes out that their love for themselves wasn't there. I've seen it. And it's unfortunate when someone does something for you, and then they're telling you they regret doing it. I've seen that happen. That's like, you're like, I thought you were genuine when you gave me that. I thought you were genuine when you helped me out. But you're telling me that you wish you didn't do it, or you're telling me that, that you now are upset that you gave it. That's definitely not servant leadership. That's definitely like not doing what Jesus said. That's just somebody acting. They're acting out But deep down inside, they're broken and they need fixing. Well, not really fixing because everyone is okay. They just need what Jesus has to offer. And at the end of the day, guys, maids and butlers, they are the greatest. Those that serve. I welcome you today. I welcome you to the Maid and the Butler Club. I welcome you to live your days as a servant. Live your days as a person that would love his neighbor, that would love his fellow man as much as he loves himself, and he would give everything that he give of himself to others. You know, it took me some time. I remember it was maybe about 6 years ago when I started hearing 6 or 7 years ago, I started hearing this servant leadership concept because I didn't read the Bible much. You know, I'd read the Bible, but I didn't know the Bible. So servant leadership wasn't even something that I even looked at. I mean, to be honest, I was selfish. It was about me. You know, if a person couldn't pay me, I wasn't going to do it. But then again, I mean, I did some nice things for people. I mean, I had a nice heart, but at the end of the day, it was about me. You know, and this is something that I know I continue to work on because I do want to help people. And, you know, but what I did learn, you got to help yourself first. You got to make sure you are helped so that you don't regret helping. That's the key. You help yourself so that you don't regret when you do it. Maids and butlers are the greatest. Go out there and serve today. Today is Saturday, 7th day of the week. This is the day God said, you know, go out there and rest. Don't work, you know, connect. See what I've done. See what I've created for you. Remember today what it is that I did. That's what God wants us to do today. And I want you to do that. I want you to remember that he started with nothing and he created not just us, but look at around what he created. He created it all, and he created it for you and me. Maids and butlers are the greatest. Go out there and inspire to be a maid and a butler by serving others each and every day of your life. All right, guys, I appreciate you for joining me today. My name is Jay Moore, your healthy accountant, and today's enlightenment broadcast was Maids and Butlers taken out of the story in John 13:5-9, where Jesus washes his disciples' feet. Guys, I appreciate you for joining me today, and I look forward to connecting back here with you on the Enlightenment broadcast very soon.